Hello, welcome. My name is Manuel from Kata Studios. Today we're going to learn how to purchase a domain and a host from the all-new Hostinger platform. Over the decade, from last year till this year, Hostinger have modified their interface over 4 different times. And I must say, I'm very impressed with that. This is my best hosting platform. And I like the way they streamlined the layout to make things even more seamless and easy to actually access, even from someone who actually don't know much about hosting or the technicalities behind this. It makes it very well easy for them to navigate through. And now their purchasing process, from where you start buying your host and all of that, selecting the plans and all of that, they streamlined it to be in steps. So you get to the first step, the second step, and we are going to do all of that here. I'm going to show you how to do that. And lastly, I will also teach you guys how to create your email account and also refer you to a video which we made previously on how to connect your email to your Gmail application. So when a message drops into your email, you will get notified through your Gmail. But before we get into that, let's talk about Breakdance. Today's video is brought to you by Breakdance, the modern visual website builder for WordPress. It's easy for beginners to learn and powerful enough for the most advanced professionals. Breakdance is loaded with lots of features, including a premium pre-made template library, a robust form builder, AI content writing capability, a versatile pop-up builder, and a seamless WooCommerce integration. Whether you're just starting up your WordPress journey or you're a seasoned pro looking for a better builder for your agency, now is the perfect time to build a better website with Breakdance. Try it today and experience the Breakdance difference. So as usual, all you need is your email address. Make sure you get an email address, sign in your email address and get that ready. Just sign in into the windows which you want to actually use in purchasing this. Head over to Kata Studios. I have an affiliate link, by the way, and the affiliate link makes it easier for me to earn a little commission while I keep bringing you more resources like this. Okay, and by the way, I also have my affiliate link for my Breakdance in the description of this video below. You can also use that to actually get a Breakdance, and I'll get a little commission from that. So what you need to do, get to Kata Studio, scroll down until you get to buy host, and by the way, we'll be streamlining the links in one place. I'm creating a new interface to streamline everything in one place, so it's easier for you to get to any part of this in just one click. So make sure you have your email, get to Kata Studio, scroll down and click on buy hosts. Okay, so now click on buy host. All you need to do is to select a plan which you want. Just scroll down. You can select the premium plan if you're building a basic website that doesn't have an e-commerce. If you're building an e-commerce, make sure you choose the business plan, because this won't have enough memory to actually carry it if the content they are uploading in the website are much. Okay, so we can choose this because we are just building a basic website. So this is the first cart we are going to be faced with, and we are going to fill in our detail as it actually provides. We want to actually select for 12 months. You can actually select 12 months, 14 months if you want to. You can select 28 months also if you want to. Now, why selecting 28 months is very economical is that if you are the owner of this website or your client actually paid much for hosting, you can do that so that you can reserve extra expenses you're going to be making in future. If you pay for 1 year, you're going to be paying around this is the amount you'll be paying if you're paying for 1 year. Let me select that very quickly. You'll be paying let's call it $36 a year. And count this, $36 times 3 more years, which is 4 years in total. You're not even spending up to $200. But if you are actually paying for 1 year and you are going to be renewing this for the next 4 years, you are going to be paying $120 to $150 every year till you renew the rest of the 4 years that you missed out from this. So you can get 2 years, which is 24 months. You can get 4 months if you're actually having this as your personal brand and you're looking to actually create a brand around this. But for this, we are going for just 12 months. Proceed. So here is where we will log in our Gmail account. So since we have logged in our Gmail account, all we need to do here is to click on the Gmail icon. And from here, we select the Gmail account which we actually connected. Click on continue. Perfect. So here is where you fill on all these informations for the client. And by the way, I may not want to fill it for now. I'll be filling that later. I skip that, and then we are now faced to pay with either our card or PayPal. I'll be choosing PayPal. So click pay now and sign in. And now you can make your payment. If you have your card and your card is fair enough, your card is okay, you can use your card in the first card slots. Just fill in your detail and make your payment. Now we'll be loaded to the interface where we will now set up. And by the way, bear in mind, you should have the domain name which you actually want to use for this, because that is the next thing we need to do to fill in the space for the domain name to proceed. Are you doing this for yourself or for someone else? We can skip this if you don't want to answer any of those questions. Migrate website or create a new website. We are creating a new website and we click on next. And here, do you want to build on WordPress or you want to build on Hostinga website builder? You see, if you select on this, you won't have the full customization to set up the WordPress from the Hostinga dashboard the way you want. So we'll be using an empty PHP option from over here. So click on that, and here we fill in our domain name which we want to use. Wait for it and it's available. Select on it and we click on next. So this one is for free. When you buy a host, you are going to be getting a domain name, SSL certificate, Cloudflare, all of those things for free. Okay, so is it for personal or company, for organization? It's for personal purposes. We click on next. Here is where we can now fill in our informations. So all of these things can be changed anytime, any day. Okay, you can go into the detail area and modify your descriptions. Okay, so click on finish registration. So now is the part we select the location. You must have to select location that is very close to where you are. Like as you can see, France is more closer to Africa than United Kingdom. You can still select the other, you see the same thing very close to that. But don't select locations that are far away. As you can see, they are tagged very red. Okay, so we select on that, we click on next. So good, we are now launched to our dashboard. As you can see, everything we need is from within here. Now we get this information, verify your email to complete your registration to keep your website online. So this is for your domain name, not for your host. So go back here, you're going to see the option verify email, click on that and click on verify. All you need to do is just to click on the verify again and you are good to go. It has been verified and we are good to go. So come back here, you wait for a while, then you refresh, you see everything is going to be fine. Let's refresh now and see. Perfect. It is verified and everything is working perfectly fine. So the first thing you need to do here is to go into, okay, go back to menu. You see how I went back to menu? You can go back to menu, you can go back to overview from here. So go back to menu, you go to your billing, go to your payment history, go to subscription to start with. We are going to remove the subscription for this. We want to disable auto renewal for your domain name. And we want to also disable auto renewal for the host. So you don't automatically get renewed, or client don't automatically get renewed when they don't want to. Okay. Once you're done with that, the next thing you need to do is to go to payment methods. So go over here, remove the payment method you just added so that it won't be debited once this expires for any reason whatsoever. Okay. So that too is done. The next thing you need to do is to go create an email with the domain name extension. So we go back to the domain name. Let's find out what domain name detail we want to pick that information from there. So this is domain name, click option. Okay, let's just copy it like this. Copy. Then we go to email. This is how to create email right now. Okay. So in email setup, set up your free email server. Click on setup from here. We want to set up for this one. We click on proceed. So as you can see, we have a plan. So you don't need to choose this or choose this. All you need to do is to choose the free plan. And from here, we can now put in our email name. We want info@thebrandname.com. Here you fill in your password, which we want to use. Okay. We passed all checks, then we create. Perfect. Your email has been created and you can skip all this option. And if you want to learn how to connect this email, because whenever you want to actually read an email that you received, you have to go into the email dashboard, which is the email online. You just have to visit Hostinga online email platform, and that's where you are actually going to get your email. But if you want to connect it, it is very easy. You want to connect it to your application, it is very easy to do. I have a video in the description below, a video at the end of this particular video that will guide you on how to actually connect your And whenever you want to connect, just come here. This is where you need your informations from, okay? Or you will still see the code I'll provide there. Since you are still using Hostinger, you don't need to even come back here. Just have your domain name, your email address, and then you are good to go. Okay? So here is where this is sending your first email. They will take you to Hostinger. This is the email extension over here. The email platform, because you can't check your email from inside the Hostinger dashboard. Email have its own interface, a different interface altogether. So if you click on email account, you're going to see all email accounts you see. You can see the web mail from here. You have 1 gig for this email. You can create as many email as possible by clicking what? Create email account. You can keep creating up to 100 email for this single domain name. If you buy a new domain name in this same host, you can also create up to 100 email for that. So let's over to our hosts. Okay, we are done with email now. We go over to our host. You see, we have here is the home page. Here we see everything going on, both our host, our email, and our domain name. We can manage all of those things from here. They are very easy as possible. If you add more domain, if you want to add more domain, it is very easy. When we go to the website list, if you want to add more domain, you click on add website. Then you want to use that PHP like the one we selected earlier. Then you want to put your email, your domain, new domain name you want from here, and check if it's available. And once it is available, you can select that option and proceed. Perfect. So this is migration. If you want to migrate your website from one platform to Hostinger, it makes more sense. This is domain name, domain portfolio, get a new domain and transfer. If you go to domain portfolio, you're going to see your domain name only, specifically your domain name, all domain available from here. You can enable or disable auto renewal. You can renew them from here. You can also manage them from here. You can even go options by editing the DNS zone, changing the contact detail like I said earlier. You can change the contact detail from here. You can grant access to this particular domain name from here. And by the way, speaking of granting access, let me teach you how to grant your client access. For instance, you actually purchase this for a client and you want to grant them access to this particular host, full access or half access. This is how to do it. Either you click on account sharing from beneath here, the bottom left, or click on the account option from here and click on account sharing. Okay. So once you click on that, you are going to be faced with this option. You can request for somebody to give you access so you can use this particular platform to manage it, or you can grant another person access. To grant access, click on this grant access option, click on grant access, then fill in the person's email address from here. If you want them to be a collaborator, if you select this option, they won't be able to pay for host or domain in your website, but they will be able to manage it. But if you want them to be admin, they will be able to pay for host and domain, even pay for past levies or fees you owe in this particular platform. And after selecting admin, you have to select which do you want to give them access to. I want to give them access to the domain, which is what we selected. Do you want to give them access to the webmail, the hosting account? Yes, I want to do that. Do you want to give them access to the email? I want to do that. You can simply do that by selecting all from here to add all of that. Anyone you want to remove, just click on the X button from here and you are good to go. After you're done filling the email and grant access, the person will receive an email. When they click it, they will be logged into hostinger.com and they will be shown where to create an account. Once they use that email to create an account, they will see the access to the host and everything that you are seeing right from here. Okay, so that just to let you know how that works. And if you notice in the beginning of this lesson, we used our email address to log in, which means next time we want to log in, let me show you what that means. We have to log out very, very quickly. Now, let me show you how to log in. If you want to log in next time you come to hostinger.com, you need to click on this option, which is the Gmail icon, every time you want to log in, and it will take you straight in to your hosting platform. If you have more than two email address, it will show the two options for you, just like it did when we tried to actually purchase this. Show the two options and you select the one you want and you'll be logged in. But what if you want to log in with your email and your password? Maybe client request for that. All you need to do is to click on the account option, click on account information. And from account information, you need to go down to add password from over here. Click on that. You need to add your password from over here and repeat the password from over here. Then click on confirm. Whatever password you confirm from here, it is what is going to be applicable to this email, which means anytime you log out, you don't need to use that option. Let me show you very quickly. The password we just changed now, we now put the email address which we used from here and then add the password from here and hit on login. We will be able to log in. You will still be able to log in through your Gmail account, by the way, by clicking this icon, whichever one, just adding an extra layer of security and login access. So that is it for that one. Let's learn how to actually install WordPress here so that we can start building our website straight up. So click on website, web listing. Okay, let's just do that from the home page. We go to premium account and then click on manage. You can also click by clicking on domain name from here, but just click on manage from the hosting platform. Okay, so this is the domain activity. This is the active domain. This is the hosting. Is a normal host, you can check the options from here. This email active, and then we have a weekly backup. Weekly backup means every 7 days your website will be backed up. If you are using a business plan, every day your website will be backed up, so that if there's any error that you have in your website, you can restore it to the previous day. But if you have any error in this website, you're going to be able to restore it from the 7th day. Bear that in mind, okay? So you can see our analytics from here. You can see our hosting plan, performance, analytics, security. Click on security, you see the malware scanner, it's automatic. You see the SSL certificate, which is for secure server layer. You see the email account from here. You can see the domain name, subdomain, pack domain, and redirected. We're going to talk about this in the future lessons, by the way. You see the website installation, auto website installation. We can also use this to install the WordPress, like I just said earlier before now. We can also do that by clicking on this auto installation. But I want to just give you a guide on what's going on over here. You can see the error page, migration website, and then logo maker, website development, and so on and so forth. Then click on file. Here is where you can see your file manager, where all your database are stored. Don't play with this one if you don't know what you're doing. Here is your backup. You can see your backup from here and restore it. FTP account, change password, you can do that from here. Now let's go to backup. Let me show you something very quickly before we come back here. In case your website have an error, you want to restore it, you're going to click on restore history, and you're going to see restore option. Select the date you want, and then you can restore your website. But we can't do that right now because we don't actually have a website before today. Okay, now after that, we click on database. You see management, see PHP admin, and we see MySQL, and so on. We are going to talk about all of this in the future when it is necessary to deal with. Okay, you have DNS zone. This is domain name server zone editor. You can edit your domain name server detail, the A record, N record, all those records. You can find all of those things from inside here. And I like the fact that wherever we go, we still have this menu available for us without moving. You can go back here without actually going backward again. So here you can add a new record depending on what other record you want to add here, whether for email or for your website name, or you want to connect a website to another hosting in another platform. You can also use your A record to actually connect your domain name here to another platform. Then we have the PHP configuration, cron jobs, we have SSH, access, PHP information. All of these informations are for technical purposes, okay? So we are not going to go over this. Let's go to install WordPress. Like I said earlier, this is as easy as peasy. Click on install, auto install, or when you get to website area, click on WordPress install from here, okay? So click on auto install. Now, if you're building an e-commerce, you can select on this. It will install WordPress and also install your WooCommerce for you. But now we are installing only WordPress. Okay. So, but if we are installing WooCommerce, let's just do that because we are installing both WooCommerce. We want to just build a simple store. Click on this. And we are faced with this to fill in our website detail name. For instance, we want to install this for practice. And then our email should be our hosting email, not this email we use for buying this. Make sure it is the hosting email. You get what I mean? The one you just created a few moments ago. And then we fill in our details from here, admin username, and then fill in our admin password from here. I'm just creating this for random sake. I'll delete this after now. Then from here, leave all of this as it is, recommended at 6.7.1. This is the latest WordPress database or WordPress updates. Then leave it at English. PHP, leave it at the latest version. And turn off automatic application updates if you actually don't want any of your plugins or WordPress database or anything to automatically update. Update only minor versions, which means basic plugins will be updated, but WordPress general update or WooCommerce update will not actually take effect. Always update latest version available. Everything will be updated in this particular version. And when we select that, we click on install, wait for a moment, and your WordPress will be ready. So perfect. Our WordPress is now installed. You can skip this. As you can see, we have first HTTPS. This means what stays at the end of your website name. This information that stays here, that's what we call HTTPS. Now, let me explain that and what is going on right here. You see, as you just install this, automatically your SSL certificates have been installed for you and it's active, as you can see from here. But in most cases, you see, the SSL certificate don't actually register properly. And that is where you need to force HTTPS, okay? Since it have detected that you have installed your this, make sure this is enabled first, but this is automatically enabled when it detects an SSL certificate. If an SSL certificate is not enabled and you force this, it will automatically force in this S option to the edge. And what the F option, the purpose of HTTPS in a website is to make sure it appears secured for visitors. And that's what Google actually recognizes when you try to browse through a website. And they give you warning if the website doesn't have an SSL certificate. But sometimes the website might have an SSL certificate, but it's not active or activated, or probably it is having a kind of downtime error. Forcing HTTPS makes it enable that option while this actually picks up again. Maintenance mode is you want to put your website in maintenance mode. You don't want anybody to see what is going on in your website. You can enable this so that when somebody visits your website from the front end, they will see what's coming soon automatically. This is if you want to just be lazy, you don't want to build a custom coming soon page from inside WordPress. You can enable this very quickly. Light speed cache, I want you to disable this when you are still building your website. After you're done building your website, you can come back and enable this. It is not good because whenever you are building a website, you won't be seeing exactly what you're doing immediately you apply an option. For instance, you add a new layer or a new widget. You check from the front end, you realize that you can't even see it, or what you apply, the color you change is not even working. It is because this is enabled. And this is good to be enabled when you are done building a website because it makes your website way more faster than it should be. But whenever you want to edit, disable it. You can also disable it from inside WordPress, which I'm going to show you in a couple of moments. WordPress update, leave that as it is. Every other thing, leave it as it is, and we are good. See, security is where you see all plugins. For instance, you can access your WordPress, and maybe it's because of a plugin that caused a problem. You can come back here and delete that plugin or disable some plugins to check out the one that is causing the problem. AI troubleshooter is very interesting. In case your website is having a little issue, you can click on the AI checker. It can detect the problem, and if it's a problem, it can show you option to fix it. It will fix it for you immediately. Okay. So, but I usually don't get issues. It's only once or twice I've used the AI troubleshooter to check out the website that is getting slow, and it was fixed very quickly. So now we are into this place. We can click on WordPress admin to get into our WordPress dashboard. By clicking this, we are loaded here. But let me show you another way to get to this platform in case you are lost whenever you log in again. So whenever you log in, you'll be faced with the home page like this. So what you need to do from here is to click on manage in the hosting platform, and you get into this platform. Click on the WordPress overview to get into this one, and then you can click on what? Visit the WordPress dashboard, and it will take you to the WordPress dashboard from over here. I mean this one over here. Okay? That's simply it. You can also see some updates from here when you have a version of updates for WordPress, for PHP especially. Always check here almost 3 times every month to see if you have an update of PHP. It's good to update your PHP to the latest version. Then we are now in our WordPress website. Okay, so here is where you find all your plugins from over here beneath this. I'm not actually trying to teach WordPress. You see that the light speed cache is now disabled. We can activate it whenever we want to. Now WooCommerce is also installed. While WordPress is installed too, you can now proceed with installing the other plugins like Elementor. Okay, let's install Elementor so quickly. And here is the WooCommerce new logo. As you can see, some of you who don't know WooCommerce actually modified. WooCommerce now have a fresh new logo and looking very beautiful to me. I like how simple that is. When you install the plugin, click on activate, and we are good to go. Elementor is active, but you need to do a few more settings. Okay. From here, you can skip this. You can install this, very important. If you are using Elementor, use this Hello theme. It's no theme at all, but it's nice to actually have an empty space theme that gives you ability to design with a full width and custom the way you want. Skip this and just click on X button at the top right corner, and we are good to go. Appearance, then click on themes. So from themes, we want to delete all of these themes or almost all of them. Just delete this. Okay. Click on this, delete it. Okay. Click on this, delete it. Okay. Now we have only Elementor version very, very available here. So this is all we need for now. Okay. Next thing again you need to do is to go over here and create a page. Very important. Create a page. You can call this a home page. WooCommerce have already created pages for us. So this we can call it a home page. And we click on publish and publish. Very essential. We need a page before we continue with the next step. After that, creating a page, the next step you need to do is to go over to settings and click on reading. And in reading, click on statics and click on home and then select on home page. This makes our website, anytime anybody visits our website, they will be led to the home page, which is our main page. You get that point. Also, make sure you go to writing. Anyway, we don't even need to go to writing. Go to general. And make sure everything from here is okay. The email itself is perfectly fine, just as we have, but it's not the one we are supposed to use. Then go over to permalink. Make sure the permalink is in the post name. Very, very important. If it is here, you are good to go. You are good to go. So after that, that is just all you need. You can go in here to create your menus if you want to create extra menus or stuff like that. But apart from that, that is the main settings you need to do in WordPress. If you want to do your further settings, you can go to the alternate area from here and do some more settings like disabling Elementor AI and also toolbar for viewing sites. But this, I like it enabled. and I think that is all. We'll save this. Okay, you can also change the color of your WordPress dashboard from over here. And very essential, go to your dashboard, WordPress dashboard, click on this top bar and disable all of these debris, not necessary. Okay, untick all of them and you have a very clean interface. You can close this down and we are good to go. So this is basically all you need to know on how to actually purchase your hosts, purchase your domain, install WordPress, and set up WordPress. You are now ready to start building your website, your first homepage, about us page, and your website. When it's ready, go back to your hosting platform, disable this maintenance mode, and you're good to go. To see what I'm saying, you can click option, open it in incognito mode. You can't even open this in incognito mode. So let's copy this one. It is already in an incognito mode. So let's see the website over here, and we paste it here. See the coming soon mode? See it coming soon? Very simple, but I don't like this. I like to build a custom coming soon. I'll be bringing a lesson on how to build a custom coming soon page with a countdown timer. So that is it, guys, for today's lesson. I hope you enjoy it. You can drop a comment if you have any question. You can see the links that will be linking you to other lessons relating to this. And if you actually enjoyed this, check out the next link showing in the screen right now, and it's actually going to meet you there.